Hello friends, welcome to my channel. So in today's session, we'll see how we can deploy Spring Boot application on AWS EC2 instance using Elastic Beanstalk. So to deploy the Spring Boot application, I've created a sample Spring Boot project with a test mapping, and I'll be running this on port 5000, and I've created a test mapping which will return this particular string on the browser when we access it. Yeah, so let's move to Beanstalk configuration. Yes, so we have logged into our AWS console. So we'll be accessing the Beanstalk. You can also search from over here. And here we'll be configuring our environment. So we'll just go and create an environment with all the basics. So it will be a web server environment since we want to serve HTTP request. So we can put Spring Boot test. Okay, any name. So test environment name. You can specify whatever you want. Dev test prod. We need a domain name to access the endpoints, so we'll keep it blank, let it create by itself. Platform will go for Java. I'm using version 8, so Amazon Linux 2023. Now the main part is the application code. So I have my own Spring Boot application, so what I'll go here, dash prod. We need a domain name to access the endpoints, so we'll keep it blank, let it create by itself. Platform will go for Java. I'm using version 8, so Amazon Linux 2023. Now the main part is the application code. So I have my own Spring Boot application. So what I'll go here, workspace HTS Beanstalk and target Beanstalk. So this is my jar what I'll be uploading, and on single instance since it's demo. Okay, version level I missed, so I put version 1, and next this should solve. Okay, now the service roles and all will be automatically populated. You all can pause the video and check what's inside this. Key value pair I don't need for now, but still choose one. EC2 instance profile, like to allow your EC2 instance to perform the required operations like deploying the jar file. So we need that as well. So everything is pre-populated. You all can pause the video and check later what's inside that. So we'll go next. So we have a VPC. So I'll take the default VPC. We need a public IP, availability zones. So sorry, subnets. Then yeah. Uh, okay. So database subnets we don't need. We are not configuring the database. This is for the instance. Inside availability zones, what subnets are there? Database. You can skip. Go to next. So we are skipping most of the part because it's just for a demo purpose. Root volume container default, like general purpose SSD, what it will I think it will assign 8 GB. You all can if it's for a prod, and then you can go like increase the GBs, output, throughput. CloudWatch monitoring, yes, we need that. Then security group, we'll go by default security group. Single instance, minimum one, maximum one. If it's a prod, we can go with 2, and we can go with load balancer. So all that you can configure as well. Instance type, I'll go for T2 dot L T2 dot T2 dot. I'll go for T2 micro. AMID it will create. Go for next. Okay, next is health reporting. So monitoring the health of your instance. So I'll go for basic. I don't to incur much cost now. Updates I don't want as of now. Email notification, like for every action in your Beanstalk you want an email to be notified. So it will create an SNS topic. You need to subscribe to it and you'll receive the emails. Deployment all at once. All at once it will deploy everything 100% on the instance what you have created. Deployment preferences, health check and all I'm ignoring for now. X-ray I don't want, detail analysis, S3 logs I don't want to Save the logs to S3. Okay, yeah, here and to add one property, that is server underscore port. Okay, since we are running a Spring Boot application on 5000, we'll need to add that as well. Click on next. Review your configurations. For me it's fine. I'll go and submit. Yes, now this will take some time to do all the setup. It will create the EC2 instance. It will assign a public IP. It will create a domain name. The health status is also unknown. Later it will change to gray, and then it will, for success, it will mark it as green. So don't worry, like it will take some time. I'll keep refreshing in between so that if there are any events, we'll get to see that. So as you can see, it has created an Elastic IP. Also, it is assigned a security group. Okay, it has given us this domain, but nothing will load in it. Site cannot be reached because it will not be able to access. Yep, so you can see Nginx. So as per my analysis, it must be using Nginx at the backend in EC2 to deploy the web app. Let's refresh. It's still gray. It's gray now. It should be healthy as green. Okay, yeah, so you see a series of steps it has been doing. It has been created an EC2 instance, an auto scaling group. Okay, created the instance, assigned the instance ID. Yes, and environment successfully launched. It's green, means it's up and running. Again, if I click on this, okay, now we're getting this white label error page. Error page is same as the Spring Boot application if you don't have any mapping, and we'll go for test. Okay, now we have Elastic Beanstalk application. So we have achieved what we wanted to do. Okay, now consider like you have, some changes done to your application and you want to deploy those. So you can just go upload and deploy. So what I'll do is I've create a jar. I'll recreate a jar and I'll upload that. Okay, so I've recreated a jar. I'll choose a file and refresh. Use this. Now version label is version 1 we already had. It's changed to -1. Deploy. Okay, now if I refresh this, it will again take some time. We'll remove the green one. Okay, so we don't know about this. Okay, let it run. It will take some like wow, 1 to 2 minutes to deploy this. You all can even clone this environment if you want a similar environment for dev, for test, pre-prod or prod. You all can clone it. It's still gray. So deploying new versions to instances. Deployment completed successfully. Okay, So it's deployed. It will take time to restart. Its green. Okay, great. Now we see same endpoint. Springboot test environment EBA. Okay, now if I refresh this, so we have Elastic Beanstalk application 2. Yep. So this is also possible. We have uploaded a new version and it's visible. And if you go to EC2, so you'll get to see instances. So we have one running instance, so Spring Boot test environment. So that's the instance, the application what we created for Elastic Beanstalk, and it will create an EC2 instance with T2 micro and the configurations what we have provided. Yes, so thanks for watching. Do like, share, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more contents. Thank you. Have a good day.